morning, my faithful YouTube subscribers. Today it is December the 6th, Thursday, December 6th, the year is 2018. And yesterday I had a long conversation with one of my clients. I deal with a lot of guys who are in the fitness industry. And one of my clients came by here yesterday, and very attractive, handsome young man. He's straight. I deal with a lot of gay and straight men. I deal with a lot of men, black, white, Asian, whatever, gay, straight, whatever, and we talk. I like to listen to people because I can get a better perspective. He's in his early 30s, and he told me yesterday that he thinks he has a sexual addiction. He's 30 or 31. He asked me where should he go to get help, because he said he's pretty sure there's something going on about his desire for sex and the sexual partners, the sex. He likes to have sex. He's straight, so he has a lot of sex with women. And he feels he's going through some type of phase where he's dealing with sexual addiction. And I told him that he might want to start with psychiatric help first to see why he gets so much pleasure from sex. Where did this sexual addiction come from? When did it start? He said he feels like it started a few years ago when he moved to Atlanta. He came from a little country town, and he's a very handsome guy. Very handsome, attractive guy. He's in fitness, so his body's on point. He said that he just moved to Atlanta and the women just threw themselves at him. And coming from a small town where he didn't have access to so many beautiful women, to come here and have so many beautiful women wanting to just get with him, it just is kind of, his sexual habits have gotten out of control in recent years, to the point where he's practically screwing a different woman every night. So I'm listening to this and I'm thinking, wow. And this is not the first time I've had someone who lives in Atlanta, a man, tell me about the amount of sex they have available here in this town, and that they have sexual addiction problems because there's so many opportunities for sex here that a lot of these guys, they lose control. If you can fuck a different person every single night just by playing on your phone, whether it's on an app or walking through a grocery store, and it's shocking to me that so many women are okay with having a different sexual partner, are meeting a stranger and having a sexual encounter. Black women, which is, okay. But it is shocking to me because I thought women's morals were a little bit different than men, but I see now women are also participating in this free-for-all sex love, sexual revolution that's taking place in urban cities all across America. This is why the STD rates have went sky high. And I asked him, I said, let me ask you something. Since you've been around, you've been having all this sex with these different women, have you picked up anything? He said, man. He said, Walter, yes. I said, okay. So I said, we've had this conversation before. I said, have you at least started using condoms with your sexual encounters? He said, I'm trying. I really don't like condoms. And he said some of the women that he had sex with, they didn't want a condom, so he didn't use a condom. But I said, so let me get this straight. You know that you're having sex with multiple women on a nightly basis. And you're having unprotected sex with many of these women. So on Monday, you with a different woman, Tuesday, a different woman, Wednesday, a different woman, Thursday, a different woman. And you haven't used a condom with any of these women. So if you pick up something, how do you know who you got it from? And I said, that don't make sense to me. That's when he reminded me, Walter, I'm an addict. I need help. And I said, okay. Well, the first thing he is doing correct is he's admitting he has a serious problem. And it is a serious problem because it can kill him if he don't get this fixed. So now I'm going to have to spend the next few days trying to find some type of help for him, because I wouldn't even know where to start. I've never had these issues before in my entire life. But he's going to have to seek psychiatric help of some sort, some type of counseling to help him deal with this issue. So in his mind, he thinks that maybe I should leave Atlanta and move. He wants to move to Houston. And I'm thinking Houston ain't nothing but another Atlanta. There's still a bunch of women down there. You're just running from the problem. You're not fixing it. Running is not going to resolve this. You're just going to run down to Houston and open up the same can of worms. You have to deal with this issue. Running is not going to fix this. And there's a woman that he likes down in Houston. He's thinking that he can go to Houston, be with her. I said, you're going to mess that relationship up straight off the bat. You know this woman's in Houston. She's been here to visit you a couple times, and you're still out doing what you do. And you think things are going to improve when you move to Houston? A whole new city with whole new faces, a whole new environments, this is no. You need to fix this problem first. And there are so many men dealing with this issue. It is frightening. And I don't understand how this came to be. The only thing I can think of is that these phones with these apps, the computers, the access to ready sex, and I've heard people say, well, it's just sex. It's just sex. They don't view it as anything serious other than, well, it's just sex. And I think that's another issue. Sex for me is something sacred. I just don't go around having sex with anybody. And I have to really like you to have sex with you, and I have to kind of know you. What I mean by kind of know you means we've got to know each other. We've gone on a few dates. We've gone here. I just can't jump up, take a shower, and hop in bed with somebody that I don't know. Now, that's just my thoughts. Some people don't understand that, but hey, I cannot see myself just running around having sex with people I don't know. I can't do that. People I just met. Do I meet some fine motherfuckers that want to jump in bed? Hell yeah, I do. But it's just not. And I've never been like that. Never. Thank God. Because I wouldn't be here today to tell these stories. I've just always been more conservative when it came to sex. I've always been a little bit more, y'all forgive me, I'm looking out for my Christmas. I ordered some shoes. On Monday last week, they had these big sales online. I kind of lost my mind and ordered a bunch of stuff. So these packages have been arriving slowly, so I'm just keeping an eye out for the delivery person. They brought the package yesterday, and then they said I wasn't here to sign for it, which I was sitting right here at this table. And I don't know how I missed that guy, but anyway, hopefully I'll bring it back today. So if y'all see me jump up and run out of my shoes that's here. I got some Nikes that were on sale. But I'm sure y'all don't want to hear that shit. Y'all want to hear about the sexual addiction problem in Atlanta. Some people don't even want to hear about that shit. It's a bad situation here in Atlanta with these sex addicts here. And I don't think it's going to get any better. I don't think it's going to get better. I don't think, at least this individual is willing to admit that there is an issue. He admits it started when he got here to Atlanta. He's been here for about, I forget how long he told me he'd been here, but he said he came from a little small town. He didn't have access to the type of women and ready sex like he does here in Atlanta. I mean, it's ridiculous, the sex that's available in this town. And it's interesting because I have a lot of friends, like I say, gay and straight. And these guys, they have some, their sexual appetites are just, and they tell me. And I listen. All the fucking going on in this town, I just sit back and shout. This person. It's just amazing. Gay and straight, these black guys be getting it in. They get it in. And nobody wants to use a condom. Nobody. I'm like, you having all these multiple sex partners on a daily basis, different people that you fucking, do you don't want to use a condom? That's playing with fire. That's taking a huge risk. I don't understand sexual addiction. I know it exists. I don't understand where it comes from. There's some problems going on mentally. Can it be fixed? I remember years ago, that actress Halle Berry, I can never pronounce her name. She was dating a guy, a singer. What was his name? And he said he was having a sexual addiction problem. I think they might have got married too. Didn't she marry this guy who was a singer? If those of you can remember, actress Haley Berry, or Holly Berry, I can remember. Haley Berry, I can never pronounce her name. But she married some singer, and they were in a relationship, and I think they even had a child. But later on, they got divorced, and he was saying that he was having sex. He was saying he was having sexual addiction problems. I almost said his name. But anyway, I don't know what became of that. But it seems to be a major problem in our society today. The more readily available people can have sex. And I'm a little bit older. So for me, we didn't have these apps and all that different stuff back then. And also, I've always been a conservative person when it came to sex. I just always have been thankful. I don't know who I'm thanking, but thank somebody. Thank Walter for having sense enough to know you can't rip and run these streets of Atlanta fucking all these damn niggas and expect to live to see a cup of coffee the next day. And like I said, I've been here for a long time. I'm sure you all heard the story about all my friends that died from AIDS. The interesting part is I'm getting more and more straight friends who are HIV positive, men and women who are heterosexual and straight and living with HIV in Atlanta. I just saw a report that shocked me. I want to do a video about this. I know this woman, and she was on TV on Channel 2 News talking about her HIV, about her living with HIV and how she contracted from her husband. It was interesting just to see that report. So I'm going to do a video about that. I need to look it up. I saw it on Facebook, and then I've been meaning to go to WSB and pull it up and do a video about that. But I happen to know that young lady. I was shocked because she ain't young. But I was shocked that I didn't know she was positive, and I was shocked to see her story, and I was just like, whoa, I know her. But I'm not surprised. This is Atlanta, Georgia. There's a whole lot of shit going on in this damn town, and in most urban cities. So it is what it is. So anyway, I'm about to make me a bowl of oatmeal. I took this blood pressure pill on empty stomach, and it causes me to have belching and stuff, so I need to calm that down. So I'm going to take made me a bowl of oatmeal with some raisins and honey and cinnamon. And I was supposed to be meeting my mother for lunch today with a young lady, one of my Facebook fans. I bumped into her Facebook for YouTube watchers, loyal YouTube subscribers. We bumped into her at Dick's Sporting Good, and she gave me a coupon that her brother was using, and I bought some shoes and stuff. But anyway, we're going to lunch today. I think her name was Rhonda. Yeah, I'm pretty sure her name was Rhonda. So we're going to be going to get together, going to Mary Max for lunch today. Yeah, Rhonda. So I need to shoot her a text and make sure we're doing this. My mother's all excited. We're going to lunch at Mary Max. But anyway, I would love to get you all's opinion about sexual addiction. Can it be fixed, and what causes it? And, I mean, I'm sure some of you all have probably did a little bit more research than I have. I know a lot of people going through who are suffering from it. I'm just grateful that's not one of my issues. I got some problems, and that ain't one of them. That's a terrible problem right there. You run around fucking everything, you stick your dick in, and you don't even want to wrap up your penis. Woo! The consequences of that are going to be severe. Because when I asked him, I said, I asked him, I said, have you ever picked up anything? And he was like, man, yeah. And then my next question was, I said, do you get regularly tested for HIV and STDs? And he was quiet. I said, well, they had free testing at a couple of facilities around here, and this is Atlanta. You would want to spend some time. You would want to go get tested for that. When was the last time you got tested for HIV? He didn't say nothing. He just sat there looking at me, which means he ain't even been tested for HIV in recent years. And you out fucking all these women with no condom. You need to get it together. First, go get tested for every STD on the known to mankind. And then you need to get into some type of treatment for sexual addiction immediately. Otherwise, this is not going to end well. But anyway, it is Thursday, December the 6th, the year is 2018. This year flew by, didn't it? Yeah, it's almost over with. If you like my videos, click like, share them with family members and friends. I look forward to reading you all's comments. Share whatever information you all might know about sexual addiction. If you've ever battled sexual addiction, how did you get treatment? Where did you get treatment? And did you fix the problem? Can it be resolved? I don't know. Because I don't know much about sexual addiction. I know it exists. I've seen it destroy people's relationships. I guess the old school term was people would call that person a nymphomaniac. Now it's called sexual addiction. So, anyway, I look forward to reading your all's comments and your thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to share my great videos with family members and friends. I'm out of here. Enjoy your Thursday.